you do. Very classy.
I'll go get a ring, let the choir bells sing like and I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.
We'll walk together. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'll give this back to you, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to greet this most handsome couple. May be seated.
The future belongs to hearts even more than it does to minds. Love is the only thing that can occupy and fill eternity. In the infinite, the exhaustible is requisite. Love participates of the soul itself. It is of the same nature. Like it, it is the divine spark. Like it, it is incorruptible, indivisible, imperishable. It is a point of fire that exists within each of us, which is immortal and infinite, which nothing can confine and which nothing can extinguish. We feel it burning even now, to the very marrow of our bones, and we see it beaming in the very depths of heaven. What a grand thing it is to be loved. What a far grander thing it is to love. The heart becomes heroic by dint of passion. It is no longer composed of anything but what is pure. It no longer rests on anything that is not elevated and great. An unworthy thought can no more germinate it than a nettle can on a glacier. The serene and lofty soul, inaccessible to vulgar passions and emotions dominating the clouds and shades of this world, its follies, its lies, its hatreds, its vanities, its miseries, inhabits the blue of heaven and no longer feels anything but profound and subterranean shocks of destiny, as the crests of mountains feel the shocks of the earthquake. If there did not exist someone who loved, the sun would become extinct.
I love you, not only for what you are, but for what I am, when I am with you. I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart, and passing over all of the foolish, weak things that you can't help dimly seeing there. And for the drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite far enough to find. I love you because you are helping me to make of the lumber of my life not a tavern but a temple, out of the works of my everyday not a reproach but a song. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means after all.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining here together on this beautiful afternoon. Celebrate the union of Sean and Taylor. Come on. Take a minute to look at each other. you found one another. And that's a beautiful thing. And we are happy to witness this beautiful miracle. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nick Mon. For those of you who do know, you know what that means. And for those of you who don't, you're fine.
You will soon.
I have had the pleasure, now I got fruit in my mouth. Yeah. I've had the pleasure of knowing Sean and Taylor for quite a few years. We've been able to go to school together. We've worked together on productions, in special LGBTQ fundraisers for youth, and other special events. Sean and Taylor are two people with whom I thoroughly enjoy sharing a life in the theater, a love of the collaborative artistic effort, and my friendship. Both of these men have beautiful talents and personality quirks that weave and wait together in beautiful ways. Sean has a really calming effect on people, it seems. He knows how to diffuse tension, at least backstage, when the stakes are high, even if the only stakes are finding a safety pin for that seam that just busted on stage. Taylor has an attitude of, we'll do whatever it takes to make sure the task at hand is done, even if it requires me being the only one to do it. If Sean is holding a dress together and needs someone to find a pin somewhere in the dark recesses of backstage land, Taylor will be the one to find it. And if Taylor is freaking about all of the things that have to be done, Sean knows how to soothe any invasive anxiety. These two work well together. They complement each other. It's an honor to stand here today in recognition of their love and their commitment to each other. Sean, before you fell in love with Taylor, you were just Sean, right? Not to say that just Sean is a bad thing. You are an amazing person with beautiful talents and gifts, and you can sing and smile and dance and entertain. Taylor, before you fell in love with Sean, you were only Taylor, which also is a wonderful thing. You're smart, you're talented, you're eloquent, you care for people. But you both had visions and dreams, goals and plans, and ideas for your lives that did not include each other as part of your daily life. But here's the miracle. The universal orchestrations of life brought your two souls together in a way that ignited in love. And your love for each other has ultimately